What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's edition of Papa's Pew Pews. Daniel coming to you live from Waynesville, Georgia. This is a live off of a series of shorts I'm fixing to be doing. I dropped the first one this morning talking about picking your two firearms when shit hits the fan situation. It's already happened. What's next? You pick your two firearms, you've decided what you're going to protect yourself and guard yourself with. What comes next? Welcome into the chat. Double tap the screen, make sure the thumbs up button is lit up. Check out the content, subscribe to the channel. And let's go. We're talking about what happens after shit hits the fan. You've already picked your two firearms that you're going to choose. What happens next? What are you doing next? Let's get into it today on Papa's Pew Pews. Welcome into the chat. Feel free to double tap that screen. We're talking about what's next. After you choose your two weapons, going off of the little shorts that are all over YouTube, if you could only pick two, and if shit hits the fan, end of the world scenario, you can only pick two, and you picked your two, whatever they may be. What are you doing next? Are you staying home? Or are you bugging out? Are you know, what's next? What's up, Bruce? We talking about a series of shorts I'm fixing to do. I dropped the first one, and people's already viewing it, called "What Next." You know, the little YouTube shorts that went around for a while. If you could only pick two guns, and they end up, shit hits the fan scenario. You can only pick two weapons. Okay, you picked your two, whatever they may be. What's next? Are you bugging in or are you bugging out? What materials do you have? What skills do you have? What's next? That's the topic of today's Papa's Pew Pews. Do you got a source of water? Or do you have a certain place that you've designed for your family to meet up? Yep, hunkering down. I'm going to get into some of that in my shorts also. Assuming you've already picked your two firearms, shit hit the fans already happened. The zombie apocalypse has already happened. Now you're sitting here with your firearms and all this ammo and all these supplies that you've got. And you've got to figure out, either stay where you are, or B, load all this stuff up and possibly tote it, because I'm going to assume the lights aren't working, the cars aren't working. What's next? Say you're like me and you're on medication. You know you have limitations. So traveling far distances may not be an option. So what's in your playbook? What's your next step after picking your first two, your primary weapons? Now what's next? Everybody always focuses on our firearms, but what skills do you have beyond these firearms? That's what I want to get into today, and that's the shorts that I'm fixing to start. I've already posted one today, so we're going to move on from there and start posting a short every day on what's next. So I'd love to hear you guys' comments, and let's get this developed and build a nice short system for folks out there to look at and figure out. What's up, Kennedy? Good to see you, brother. Glad to see all y'all, man. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. We're on our way to 2K followers. We're on our way to being monetized. A little bit more work, a little bit more twisting things around, 1,000 more hours. But hey, YouTube's slowing down the algorithm, but that's all right. We're going to keep double tapping. We're going to keep subscribing. We're going to boost these channels up. Not only mine, everybody's, Brookside, everybody. We're going to blow up together. We're going to do this as a community, a true two-way community to support one another. And it's okay to have differences, so remember that. What is up, everyday Carrie, my brother? I'm sorry I missed your live today. I've been on the road again, but I am back home. Everyday Carrie, we're talking about the short that I posted today, what's next? We're saying that the zombie apocalypse has already happened. The shit hit the fan has already happened. You picked your two firearms, off of the little shorts that they did a while back, if you could only pick two. So you picked your two weapons. Everything's went down. The lights are off. And there's madness everywhere. What's next? What is next on your plan, EDC? You got your firearms chosen. You got your stuff. Are you bugging in? Are you bugging out? What's next for you? Here on Papa's Pew Pews, we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what everyday Carrie is doing next. This has been on my mind for a couple of weeks now, and it's really on my heart, and I just want to get it out there. I feel so much gets neglected, and we were talking about some stuff this morning on a friend's conspiracy channel. There you go, back in the day. Everyday carry. Let's get a little more deeper into the details on that, because that you're right. Um, but I was listening to some of the people talk this morning, and they were talking about systems going down and stuff like that. And but what people don't realize is how easily this system can crash. I'm not necessarily talking about your zombie apocalypse or a nuke, situation, a nuke situation. I'm talking about, like, I'm in South Georgia. Hurricanes are a very real thing. Um, they hit. We go a week, 2 weeks without power. Everybody melts down, buys up all the toilet paper, buys up all the water, goes buys all the generators. They just go crazy, and it don't take much to send a whole system into a spiral. So this is very real things that could happen out in LA. The rolling blackouts, or the wildfires, or wherever you may be. We all have natural disasters, and it don't take much to shut a system down. So what's next? We all too often talk about our firearms and our firearm skills, but that's not enough that's going to sustain you through any kind of crisis. You can't eat that firearm. So we're talking about skills that you have or that you can acquire that will get you through, that will get you to the next step, that will make you through a week, 2 weeks, however long you need to make it. What what's next? What's next after you pick your personal defense and your food acquiring tool, which is the firearm? Y'all double tap them screens, check out the content. Not only my content, check out the brothers in the comment sections, man. They've got some great, great, great content. I can't talk enough about this group of 2A brothers that we have thrown together. Great bunch of guys, packed full of information, don't mind sharing knowledge, and that's what we need for this conversation today, is knowledge to be shared. Somewhere in America we got away from wanting to sit with the elders and learning and being taught the old ways and the ways they survived for hundreds of years, and the traditions aren't being passed down like they used to, whether it be how to find medicinal plants, whether it be how to start a fire from just what's around you. There's so many people that can't do that because they never took the time, or nobody ever took the time to teach them. And it's very important things: how to process meat, how to preserve meats, how to preserve vegetables. I think we need to go back some of these lost ways or dying arts, and we need to learn this stuff. Survivor skills will naturally kick in. Okay, but there's so many people. I don't feel that everybody will have them skills. If you grew up in a rural area, maybe, but if you grew up in, say, an urban area, and you were never taught about, what plants to find, or what, meats to, or how to obtain meat, some of them skills aren't natural. They're earned. And you're right. Every day, it's not everyone, and some people will become targets. Even people with what you see on a table, people's going to group up, and the bigger groups are going to take from the smaller groups or the weaker groups. So how do you protect yourself against that, and knowing what group to fall in with and not to fall in? See, all this is part of this What's Next series that I want to build up. I want to make that my talking point, that, how do we recognize what's safe and what's unsafe, whether it be people, whether it be, plants, whether it be animals. True, you ain't never like that. Exactly. And it may sound like I'm ranting right now, but we'll tie all this together. You want what, brother? I see. You say I want this, but it's something I just want to get into. Us brothers, where we could talk about all kind of stuff, and keep it moving. But it's really something that I feel we need to start sharing. Your younger generation doesn't seem to want to listen to your older generation anymore. And that's a lot of them are pompous asses. I'm not gonna lie. I want something that we can put out there for people to be able to look. And as YouTube's holding back some of our info, maybe they won't hold this back as much. It's just a area I want to approach, whether it be showing how to start fires with not only a stone and char cloth, but how to make char cloth, how to make even as simple as your fat wood, how to recognize, identify, store, and keep fat wood with you at all times. Cotton balls and Vaseline, how that can help start fires. Um, what is up, Baba Booey? Little Smith and Wesson 9mm shield. Plus, that's my everyday carry, bro. That goes with me everywhere. And that's two of the three extra mags that you see. There's a 15 rounder in my pocket still, and then it's got a 13 rounder in it. So I've got a 13 round, a 15 round, two 10 rounds for my extras, and that's all I just threw up because I was gonna put the knife and the striker down to go with the topic that I was talking about, but hit I hit go live before I could set it down, and I wasn't gonna try to change it. And in the background, you can almost see the little um, Boss 25 AR style 12 gauge sitting in the safe there. That's what's in the background. If I turn the light on, you could probably see it better. Just the basic today. Welcome into the chat, everybody. I ask that you check out the content. If you feel like subbing to the channel, sub to the channel. Double tap that screen, make sure that thumbs up, and more important, drop a comment, guys. We're talking about the shit has hit the fan, whether it be a natural disaster or whatever, and you picked your two primary weapon sources. What's next on your plan? Are you staying at home? Are you going to try to hike out somewhere? Do you have a place that you can go? If your family's not together at the moment it goes down, do you have a meetup spot? You know, a family plan. Do you know where you're going? Where your safe area is going to be. You know, what's next? That's the heading today. That's the topic of the discussion today. I'm doing a set of shorts. I invite y'all to go to my YouTube, check out the short I posted today, which is an older video I had done, and I had promised I was going to do some follow-up videos. So I'm going to start doing follow-up videos on this video I posted today on what's next. What skills can we acquire that will help us make it to that next level? Because our pew-pews are nice, and they're a great choice, but there's so much more we need to carry in our tool bag of tricks. Because they will not get you through, I promise. No matter how many you got, just that alone is not going to carry you through. It's a good start, but that's all it is a start. Let's get some people rolling in here, get some comments going. Double tap them screens, make sure that thumbs up button's lit up. Subscribe to the brothers down here. Mr. Bowie, Mr. EDC, all the ones down in the comment section. Y'all also drop y'all's channels and promote y'all's channels. Remember now, y'all got to get followers too. And also make sure y'all getting plenty of nutrition in. Eat right, get your water in, take your vitamins. You know, all the things y'all supposed to do. Old Papa coming out in me today. I got to tell y'all, we got to eat right. Got to be kind to one another. What you guys got going on today? And did my live just freeze up? Been a beautiful Sunday. The rain hadn't started falling yet here in South Georgia. Gotta eat, brother. I understand that. I'm waiting on my Mississippi pot roast to come out the slow cooker right now as we speak, bro. I've been smelling it all morning and my tongue about to slap a hole through the roof of my mouth. My wife got the whole house smelling with some carrots, potatoes, that Mississippi pot roast, some rice, I hope. If not, it'll be potatoes, whatever. Them little peppercini peppers. dinner time. Then it'd be time to go to sleep and start the week over starting tomorrow. Taking the kids to school, taking the wife to school, riding around town all day and getting to come home about 4 p.m. I got to where I hate leaving the country. I love it out here. It's peaceful. It's solitude. And then to have to drive into town, about to clean your pew pew. Which one you cleaning, Joe? I got my 1911 this morning. I stripped it down, and I mean I went to town on it. I broke out the toothbrush and all. Then I greased her up like a buttered turkey and put her back together. Now that poor Smith there, she catches hell. I don't clean her near as much. But that's because I know she can handle it. She ain't so picky. She likes being a dirty girl. Look at all that holster wear from pulling it in and out the holster around the edges there. You could tell that's an EDC. That's a true EDC. She's got wear patterns on her. She's just used and abused. Your 12 gauge and your 22. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm fixing to grab the old Maverick out the safe. I don't want to do it while I'm on live, but that's going to be my bedside rider tonight is the Maverick 88. Or I might grab that Boss 25. I don't know yet. Now that I got her running right, and I got them double lock coming out that Boss 25 perfectly. Oh, wanks, that's the Airsoft 15cc Husqvarna SIG. That's what it is. That's the Black & Decker Pecker Checker. Ooh. All in fun, my boys, all in fun, man. I love talking to all y'all. Y'all so much fun and carry today. This is my second live of the day, but trying to get a few more hours in and to kind of see if I could go anywhere with these watch hours with YouTube playing stupid like they're doing. We 18 minutes in with 7 folks watching, but that's okay. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep grinding because I got a story to tell. Let me holler at you. Come sit down, let me holler at you. We're going to do a psst over here day. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There you go. 357 mag, hot as fuck out here. What's up, Chill Bill? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, you know, I'm not worried about the algorithm, bro. It'll pick back up. I feel like it's more like they're trying to weed out the weak, man. They're trying to see who's not going to stay consistent. And if you're not going to stay consistent with what they give you, why would they give you more? Mass got me working like a big dog. I hear you, bro. Mass will be a bitch sometimes. Mm-hmm. Them days are over for me. I'm retired, but shit, I feel like I put in more hours now that I'm retired than I did before. These 3 grandbabies keep Papa running doing something. I get a few minutes to hide in the room. That's about it. Right. I got you, brother. I got you, Chill. Thank you, bro. One dude, I appreciate the comment, bro. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, check out the content, bro, and check out the bros down here. And if you got a channel, dude, drop your tag down there so people can sub to you. Y'all promote your channels on my page anytime you want. I want y'all to grow. I want y'all to build a YouTube following. Let's get it together. I'm all about getting it how you live. Let's hustle. Yep, that's the Shield Plus. I also have the same, well, not the same, but the same frame shield in 45 ACP. And then I have that M&P 9mm foldable carbine, which is badass. It's on my content page also. Just a couple of my babies. I don't feature a lot of what I have, but I do feature a good bit of it. I like to show my 357 off. I like to show off the 9mm, the 45. Got a Ruger 5.7 every now and then I'll throw up. It is, dude. That gun there's got over 5,000 rounds, and that gun, no matter what else I'm carrying with me, that is my primary. What you see there is my primary. That's my daily on my side, ready to go. That's my ride or die. Then I'll back it up with either the small 45 or the 1911, and then I carry either. Uh, I've always got some kind of shotgun, so I've either got the 88 pump or the Mossberg 500 or that Boss AR frame that you see sitting kind of back in the back there. That's the Boss 25. Or every now and then I'll break out the Honey Badger. Ah, yeah, we need them breaks every now and then. I mean, working so much, grinding. Make sure you reward yourself though, bro, because that's something I found in all the years that I worked. You got to reward yourself to show yourself there's a reason for what you're doing. Hey, I push that PSA rock. I do not like my Ruger 5.7, but I love the PSA rock and FN. I just don't like my Ruger. One, it didn't come with a threaded barrel. Two, it'll shoot the blue and the green tips flawless, but the little flat tip, hollow point, whatever you want to call them, about every third shot, jam-o-matic, and it's like clockwork. I could go back to blue and green. I could shoot box after box, no problem. I put them little flat tips in that 5.7, reject every time. It just don't like the flat tip little so-called hollow points that they make. But I don't like the fact that I paid over 800 cheeseburgers for mine, and now they've dropped the price through the floor, and you can go to Academy Sports and pick them up for like mid four cheeseburgers now. Bastards. Ruger done me dirty on that one. Still dealing with this cough. Yeah, the P365 Legion. Yeah, when they first dropped them, and now you look at the prices now. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That makes me mad as hell. That's one thing I can say about these shields. They've stayed pretty consistent in their prices. Um, they're a brand new one is about what I paid for that one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sub, mid, well, yeah, about 1,500, and now I've seen them as low as 9. And there's several of them that way. Taurus is holding their prices pretty good. Smith and Wessons are holding their prices pretty good. Even Glocks are staying, pretty standard. But some of these, you pay this outrageous price and then go into a shop and see it almost $400 cheaper. It's like, what the hell happened? But that taught me not to be so fast to run out and buy something. From now on, I'm gonna wait till the reviews to come in and see if the price drops. Yeah, see, that's the mistake I made on that 5.7 Wanks. Is I went right out like I saw it. It had been on the market less than a week, and I went and found it at a shop. Drove 100 miles to the nearest shop that had one and bought it. So I paid a premium for it. So now I wait. That's like that new Smith revolver, that 357 tactical revolver with the pick rail that comes in the OD green. I want that Joker so bad, I just can't justify spending over a big giant cheeseburger for it. I'm gonna wait and let the price drop a little bit. If I'm gonna drop over a stack, it better be something special. Exactly, Kennedy. If I'm dropping a stack, it better be really special. Way I see it, I can defend myself with a, you know, mid 4 to 5 bill something. Appreciate it, Angel. If you will, just drop a comment on one of my shorts so I can sub back when I get off the live. If you don't mind doing that, that way I can find you. Just makes it easier to find you so I can sub back to you. And I do appreciate you subbing. I appreciate everybody who participates in the channel, whether it be comments, whether it be likes, subs. And guys, check out the other guys on the channel. Scroll up, Angel, and check out the other guys' pages. They are really great people. This little group that we've got together now, some of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to the firearm industry. Yeah, no kidding, right? There's so much stuff out there now, and the prices, even the ammo prices, are just ridiculous right now. And myself, I feel like the ammo prices aren't going to get any better than what they are right now. I don't see them going back any lower. Yeah, unless it's decked out gold plate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wanks. If that bitch don't cook and clean for me, you ain't getting not a stack out of me. Now I'll put a stack in one. I have no problem fixing one up to what I want. You're right. You're right. Relaxing audio. There's a lot of stuff being violated right now, and nobody's using their voices. People aren't standing together, but it's hard to get, a group of people to stand together on one topic, much less several. That's what I'm saying, Wayne. If that bitch ain't cooking and cleaning, you ain't getting a stack. But like I said, I don't mind doing silly shit like this Maverick 88 I'm fixing to send to King of Camo. I have no problem dropping $1,300-$1,400 to have it done the way I want it done. That doesn't bother me. But walking in and buying one that somebody else done off of their own, idea, I just can't justify it. That's like that 1911 I got. I bought it mid 300 cheeseburgers, but I put enough stuff in it from Wilson Combat to make it well over a stack, and it runs like one that's well over a stack. It's got the buttery smooth action, everything. But I appreciate everybody who participates in the chat, and we are still talking about what's next. You know, say the shit hits the fan, the natural disaster has happened, the zombie apocalypse has dropped, whatever it is, and you pick your two weapons. Are you, what's next? Are you gonna bug out, or are you gonna stay at home? You know, if you're carrying all this shit, what you carrying it in? Where you going? Where's your meetup destination for your friends and loved ones if they're not with you at the time this all went down? You know, what's the plan? Can you start a fire? Do you have basic hunting, fishing, food acquirement skills? Do you know how to preserve the food and make it last? Do you know how many calories you need to spend per day and what you need to intake to replace what you spent? You know, what's next? I'm going to go deep with this. I'm going to be dropping one short a day, just going over what's next. So I invite y'all to keep watching the daily content and the shorts. I've got one up now. If y'all want to check it out and comment on it, please do. Sub to the channel, and let's learn some shit together. What up, Robbie? Good to see you, bro. Robbie earned his stripes yesterday. He went toe-to-toe with the shit talking. Robbie showed he didn't have soft hands. We had a good time yesterday's live. Now, what I'm saying, sometimes you just got to be built like that, bro. I worked construction jobs as a youth, as a young man. So I learned a long time ago, when they start talking shit, it's only because they like you. I had one guy used to chase me around the job site. When I first met him, I thought he was gay. And he'd always make funny comments, and he'd come up behind me and pop his teeth out, and talk crazy shit like want a cornhole. And I about quit the job several times. And one of the old men said, man, if you give it back to him, he'll leave you alone. One day we up about 4 scaffolds high, and he starts talking that crazy shit. I said, not if I cornhole you first. I chased that man all over that job site, never had another problem. After that, I learned how to take it. You know what I'm saying? Construction tree guy, yes sir. I've held my share of ropes. Climbed my share of roofs, toted my share of shingles. My hat's off to the roofers, especially in South Georgia in this heat. Man, good God. From the ground to up in the trees, yes sir. I've strapped on a couple sets of pole gaffs or tree gaffs. I've climbed a little bit in my life. Nothing like when you top that tree and it's swinging back and forth. Or you up there and the wind hits about 45 miles an hour. Chanson, brother, howdy. Everybody check out Chanson 243 if you have not already. Yeah, when I first started off, bro, we didn't have the chipper. We'd load that shit in the back of a Ford F-150, take it to the dump, drop the tailgate, get a running start, slam on the brakes, and it would slide right off the back of the truck. And then we'd go load up the truck again and come back and do it again. Then we got good enough and made enough money we could buy the chipper. It made it a little bit easier. Reaper, yo, 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 yo. Robbie said, yes, sir. He knew what I was talking about. Throw that bitch in the back of a Ford, drop the tailgate, run and start, slam on brakes, it slides right off the back. If you stack it right. Reaper, Chanson, Reaper. Hey guys, I'm talking about a good topic. I dropped a short today on what's next. You know, the little thing that went around here a while back, if you could only pick two guns and a shit hits the fan situation. My topic today is what's next. You picked your two guns, the shit hit the fan, the zombies have already came, the damn whatever happened has happened. What's next? You know, do you have a safety plan where everybody's going to meet up? Are you bugging out, bugging in? Kind of going off of what we were talking about this morning on our friends channel. You know, Jinx on me the AK. We're talking, you know, what skills do we have, or what skills can we share to get us through the next phase? You know, the zombies have done bit half the people. You know, we the last survivors. What's next? Bug in the first 48 hours. Okay, where are you going next, Robbie? Just like I said, this is a topic. It can go anywhere. I'm gonna do daily shorts for a couple of weeks on how to build fires out of almost nothing. Whether it be using a 9 volt and steel wool, whether it be using your different striker methods, bow system, whatever it is to start fire. Um, how to use something as simple as windshield wiper and brake fluid to start a fire. Um, Build up a compound, build up a group of people. That's another thing. How do you identify the safe? What I mean by that is there's going to be weak groups, there's going to be strong groups. How to identify who you need to, you know, pal up with. Um, I want to get into that. A high vantage point, correct. Um, I got you one better. Everybody thinks, oh, I'm just going to run out to the woods with my rifle and I'm going to kill a deer and I'm going to feed my family. Okay, well, there's going to be millions of people with that same idea with firearms also. And when you kill that game, whatever it may be, you now have to either field dress it, break it down, and walk it out the woods, or you got to drag the whole carcass to all these damn people who have firearms who's just as hungry as you are. So, what plan do you have for doing that safely? You know, I want to get as deep into this as I can, and with YouTube playing with the algorithm, I figure I got time to do it now. I can make the shorts, and whether it be 25 views or 100 views or 1,000 views, at least we can get some views out of it. You put them through the. Reaper says, I'm putting them bitches through an interview process. Bitch, do you steal? Do you wash your ass? Because that's very important. I can't have no stinking ass person that somebody can smell a mile away. You got to wash your ass with soap, or you flunking this interview. And don't be coming at me with no damn Axe body spray, because that is not a bath. You ain't bringing your stinking ass on my compound. Sorry, it gave me flashbacks for a minute. I told y'all I was a cab driver for years, and I am a cologne freak, a scent freak. I've always got some kind of smell good with me. And that's because I had some stinking ass people over the years getting them cabs, and as soon as they'd get out, I went to spraying. One of the biggest things that kill me still to this day is the smell of Old Spice. Cheap ass, nasty ass, Avon wannabe shit. Reaper, you sitting there with the AK, brother? Yeah, build homes, wiring, um, people who can, like I said, I've got alternate electrical sources. You know, what's up, Stevie K, brother? But yeah, you want people, and that's something, Reaper, right there on the What's Next series that I'm doing. Having a trade. Having a trade will make you a valuable person because you know how to get shit done. You have a trade, whether it be mechanical, electrician, um, you know, carpentry, roofing. You know, having a trade is going to be a form of a currency. Skinning game. being able to process meat. All that will be forms of currency. It'd be stuff you could barter with. If you're in here and you have not already, double tap that screen, sub to the channel, but not only to my channel, man. Check out Reaper, check out Chance, and check out Stevie K. Check out all the brothers here. If you're looking for something in general when it comes to the firearms world, I promise you, one of these guys or somebody we know will have it. If you have a question, I promise you, somebody in this group can probably answer it. But the trade thing is something my dad taught back years ago. He passed away in '97, but he used to ride my ass. Either I was going to go to school or I was going to learn a trade. And he used to always say that people who worked in the computer industry, that would eventually become like a minimum wage job. It was the tradesman that was the dying art and that would be making so much money. Yep. People who's good at tracking. Tracking is another dying art. A lot of people do not know how to track their game once they shoot it. And it's something that is very necessary because due to contrary belief, 9 times out of 10, that deer is not going to drop or that hog's not going to drop where you hit it, even if you give it the perfect shot. Because of adrenaline, it's going to run a good ways in, and you got to know how to track. Tracking is a very necessary skill. Knowing how to move them around in the woods, in the bush, whatever you want to call it, without leaving marks, without leaving tracks, without leaving, a sign that you were there. That's something else that's important. Learning how to make fires in Dakota holes to where you're not leaving up a big smoke signal. Learning how to set up a camp. Bro, I learned a lot of shit as a kid. Uh, Look up the Okefenokee Swamp. my st- my stepdad was his grandpa was one of the explorers that, well, he's who it was named after, Obadiah Barber, and anyway, some old moonshine stills, and we'd get dropped off sometime before we get the time. Nope, it is not pointed at me. But if it was, it wouldn't matter. I mean, it's not a 320, so I'm not sweating it. But it's not. That's something allegedly I'm very good at, Reaper. Yeah, that's what I said, shit out. It's not a SIG, so I'm safe. But no, anything that I put on the screen is not chambered nor loaded. So I make sure that everything I put on the screen is checked, double checked, and triple checked. And you see the magazine sitting right there. So now the one I keep on my side, it's ready to go at all times. But yeah, there's a lot of things we'll need, Reaper, if that time comes. And like I said, I'm not talking, it don't even have to be in the world scenario. Me living in South Georgia, we deal with hurricanes, and we're constantly having to evacuate, yearly, or we'll lose power a week at a time, or we'll lose, communications for a few days. So it doesn't take much to send civilization into a spiral. So Rob. Nah, the ones I put on the screen, I make sure they're safe. I really do. Um, but if they're not on the screen, I promise you they're ready to go. Everything in that background and that little black box you see sitting there with the lock on it, the safe, yeah, they're all loaded and ready to go. The one on my side, ready to go. But for YouTube purposes, I try to make sure that YouTube sees that it's not ready to go because I don't want them to pull it alive. And the way the camera's sitting, it does look like it's pointed. It's pointed at the camera, but it's not pointed at me. Oh yeah, you're right, man. Anything can pop off, bro. Robbie, that was Labor Day. I made 4 years, bro. I was in my store, minding my own business, selling candy to a kid. You know what I'm saying? And there was a group of people outside, got in a fight, and before I knew it, I was laying on top of a stranger's 4-year-old child, yelling, "Don't shoot," and returning fire that quick.
Can you hold him?
Yeah,
I
I'm on
gotta go
live,
hang
but
some clothes
I'm on live.
outside.
I'm on live.
Okay.
What did you say about outside?
I gotta hang the girls' clothes outside to dry.
Oh, don't fuss at me. Come here, boy. What's up, boy? Got my little grandson with me, guys. You replace your hinge screws with a 3-inch or more that go into the stud on your doors. Same with the deadbolt plate. You replace your hinge screws with a 3. Gotcha. I got kick plates on my doors, or kick bars, whatever you want to call that. Kick plates. I'm sorry. What's up, boy? Why you squeezing me, huh? My little grandson making a smoke run. Gotcha, Chanson. Yeah, it gives you it makes it harder for him to kick your door in. Is what it does, using the longer screws. And again, this 100-pound pit bull, he kind of helps with that too. Yeah, a construction skill. You're right. That's our next project in my home. We have something in my home that I cannot stand. One, it's a security risk. Two, or security weakness. Two, they always fail and they suck. So I absolutely hate them. So I'm fixing to have them removed. And that's them damn glass sliding doors. I cannot stand a glass sliding door. The little rollers always screw up, for one. Two, it's easy to throw something through them and then walk right through. Yeah, yes, Shed, I get what you're saying. And you're right. Not only, and once again, bro, it don't even have to be an end of what you're talking about there. Doesn't even have to be an end of the world scenario. You could just be gone for a few days, and somebody sees that you're not home, and it's that easy to get in your house. A lock is only there to keep an honest person honest. It doesn't do anything for somebody who's determined. You look at it like this: everything is time. An alarm system is a few minutes. A safe is a few more minutes. Good locks is a few more minutes. So all you're doing is buying minutes. You're not buying security. You're just buying minutes. Security cameras, once again, you're just buying a little bit of time. The honest people that will turn around and walk away because it's too much trouble. But if you got somebody determined, they're getting in regardless. I don't care what you got, how you got it. If they got to take a chainsaw to your shit, they're going in. If they're that determined. Sit right here for a minute, Bubba. Hold on. I got to scroll up. Hold on, guys. If I accidentally knock the camera over, I'll end the live and start it back. Hold on. What's up, Pat? Pew Pew Yoko. Tell you something that would make you happy. Damn. You're not stuck with me? That should make you pretty fucking happy. No. Pew Pew, no. Oh, it could be fixed. Factory screws. Fucking factory. Always factory. Somebody probably loctited them bitches and cranked them down. Had to step away, yeah, to keep you from throwing it across the room. Yeah, when righty tighty becomes Jansen. Ooh, when righty tighty becomes lefty loosey. When that stop becomes an instant go. Kennedy got it right. Damn. That's when you break out the JB Weld and the brazen rods and you engineer it. That's all right. Throw that damn red dot or that optic down and use your iron sights anyway. I was thinking of JB welding it. I don't want to fuck up the slide. Yeah. All right, Robbie. We'll talk at you later, bro. Thank you for stopping in. Mm. Yeah, Jansen said JB Weld won't do nothing to it, but time for a stifler slider. Pat trying to sell the stifler slide. Uh, is there even a way to rethread it, like the rethread kits, or is there not? I don't know much about the MOS. Well, once you break it, is what I'm saying. Can you tap it out, rethread it by any chance? You can't have my soda, son. You too damn young. You just turned one, and in here trying to hustle me for coke. What's up, Boogie? Huh? What's up? You telling everybody what's up? Huh? I know. I know, son. You were able to wait. Yeah. Back away for a few minutes, pew pew. That's what I do. Back away, breathe for a little while, and go revisit it. If not, you're gonna end up throwing the damn thing across the room. What are you after now? Damn little demon. Here. Carlton looking ass. Here. Mimi dressing you up in the little plaid shorts and orange shirt. You look like baby Carlton. Damn it, Pat. It hit you on the retract. Oh, you retracted. I got you. I was going to say, who messed with Pat's message? Boy, it's been a beautiful day today. Got some stuff done. Waiting on my Mississippi pot roast to get done. And the week starts over tomorrow. Good Lord. I used I used a nail and drill to try to make it carnal. To make a canal in it. Extract it with a flathead. Yeah. 95 degrees for me in Washington. Thank God my AC works great. Yeah, it's been a hot day. We're up there in the heat, but I'm inside, so I'm in good shape. It's 68 degrees in my house, so I'm good. I don't care what it is outside. As long as it's 68 inside, we good. I thought I was being slick. I went and bought the stuff for the dryer to get the dryer back going, but I bought the wrong damn plug. I bought the wrong plug, so I got to go back tomorrow and get a new plug. All right, pew pew, take it easy. Blip blip blip. Here, what you doing, son? I got the grandson. He came in here. Put it in the freezer, shrink the metal. Might try heating it up a little bit and then using the flathead to try to turn it out. Add a little heat, break it loose. Yeah, that's why I don't mess with them too much. Eh, That's also why I like iron sights. And most of the screws are so damn little anyway. What do you want from me, boy? Okay, there you go. I don't even know what the hell that is. Here, take it. Whatever it is, you can have it. Here. Looks like a flower and a cup attached together. I don't know what it is. Yeah, see, I used to have a problem with that, especially Allen head bolts on like a Mercedes. For some reason, Mercedes diesels love to put Allen head bolts on their engines where rust occurs and heat. And you'd strip them bastards out almost every time you went to do like a manifold or a head or a transmission. So we got to be friends with acetylene torches quite often. Yes, they sure did. 100%, Pat. I think I've invented a many a cuss words changing manifolds on a 123 body style Mercedes 300 diesel. So if y'all ever have diesel generators that go out and you need somebody to look at them, just call Papa. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just shrink the metal. Boom, 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 boom. I know you ain't trying to fall asleep already. Are you? Boy, you fall asleep, your mama's coming to see you. Your mommy's coming to see you tonight. You can't go to sleep yet. Ah, shit. It's okay. You go to sleep if you want to, son. I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's gonna have to do it. I mean, like I said, heat or doing the freezing route, one of the two. But either way, you're gonna have to alter somehow or another, and then use an extractor. Hold on, boy, you dropped the damn binky. Quit being so clean. And if he can get them out, just replace them and keep it moving. What's up, boy? What's up, boy? Don't smile at me. You little ugly boy. Little ugly boy. Papa Ryder in here with him today. Yep, I got my rider with me today. Dun, 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 dun. What? What you want? You ready to go back to your school tomorrow, huh? You ready to go back to your school tomorrow? I won't be there. Nope, I'm gonna drop you off and run like hell. Yep. Oh, don't give me the sad eyes. I get me one of them baby screwdrivers and a damn tack welder and weld that screwdriver to the screw and a pair of channel locks. Bum, 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 bum. Huh? What you say? What you say? They gotta work their ass off, don't they? Yep. Bum, bum. Boy, I took Marcel to let the other side, his dad's side of the family, do his birthday yesterday. He wasn't hearing none of them hold him. He wasn't hearing that. He wanted his papa and his Mimi. He didn't know none of them folks. Pop, 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 pop. Bro, you learn after years of working on junk. Yeah, console. Yeah, right. But no, you learn after years of working on junk how to make shit work. I mean, you just MacGyver it the best you can. It ain't always pretty, but if it works, it works. Oh yeah, stay safe, stay strapped, and keep one in the tube. Yeah, I won't be on long. I'm fixing to get my dinner, and I'm gonna eat my dinner, and then hopefully one of the brothers will be on live, and then it'll be time to take my daily meds and fade off to the black for a little while. Go off to Zandyland. Da 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 da. I know you little ass that just lay on my leg and go to sleep. You gonna get me in trouble. You gonna get me in trouble. Well, we made it to the hour and 5, Mark. Hopefully, I had more than 100 views. YouTube's assholes. Yes, they are. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna log off, eat my dinner, catch y'all on the flip side. Till then, stay strapped, keep one in the tube, and always be blessed.